Right about now, Speaker Pelosi will reveal with great fanfare the managers of the impeachment case when it goes to trial in the Senate next week. The timing is deliberate. The Speaker wants to upstage the President's signing of the trade deal, Phase 1 with China, which is scheduled for the 11 o'clock hour. The Trump-hating media will breathlessly report on the Trump haters who will present the impeachment case. Across most of the media, that's a given. Nothing this president does is good. Everything is bad. And if it does look like a Trump win, just block it out. Change the subject. Never acknowledge success. We showed you the bias. Network news broadcasts gave overwhelming coverage to impeachment and virtually nothing to the booming economy. And so it is today. The impeachment news is brought forward to divert attention from the China trade win. Okay, but next week, the president will turn the tables. As the impeachment trial begins, Mr. Trump will be in Davos. That's the annual grand assembly of the global elites in the Swiss Alps. He will create his own news cycle, tweeting up a storm, answering any and all reporter questions, and generally dominating the headlines. You know, the China trade deal, America's top-performing economy, historic wealth creation, the narrowing of the income inequality gap. You know, compelling stuff from the president. Meanwhile, inside the Beltway, the impeachment press will furiously report on who said what about Ukraine. Compelling stuff? Not. So stay with us for the real action, the meaningful action that's going to appear on your screens over the next couple of hours. The formal signing ceremony for the historic China trade deal, the president, his cabinet, members of Congress, state governors, China's vice premier, the commerce minister, the governor of the Bank of China. They'll all be there at the White House, and our cameras will take you there too. This is not the first time that the Democrats have tried to upstage the president. On your screens, video of the House Judiciary Committee holding hearings on impeachment while the president was at the NATO summit in London. Then there's Pelosi and the Democrats taking credit, or trying to, for fixing what they thought was the flawed USMCA. You got to watch this.
But in terms of our work here, it is infinitely better than what was initially proposed by the administration.
Our constant emphasis was on enforceability, enforceability, enforceability. We fixed that.
The Trump administration sent us a deeply flawed trade deal. We now have a new and improved renegotiated NAFTA.
This is a new trade agreement that the working group and the Democrats have achieved.
I'm sorry, I should not laugh. It's almost impossible not to, for heaven's sake. The Democrats taking credit for the fixing of the USMCA deal.